Good morning from Camp Cracker Barrel in Auburn, Indiana.
And it's chilly.
Man, is it cold. We spent the night last night here at Cracker Barrel, but we stayed nice and toasty on the inside. It was great. We had something to eat, and so we're ready to start our day.
And those who follow us, I can tell you, we love the mattress. We both slept really good, right?
We did. It was great.
So, we have the craziest idea for today, but we're not going to tell you just yet. You know how we are. Hang on, here we go. Okay, here's our crazy idea. We found out about a border war. Herky and I are actually in Michigan.
And I'm in Indiana. So believe it or not, there is a battle over the border.
Since 18...
In the 1800s. So the border has not been surveyed for over 160 years, I believe. So there's a little battle going on between Michigan and Indiana as to where the border actually is. Actually, it's just off a few feet. So we had this crazy idea. We'd drive up here and we're going to settle this thing and get to the bottom of it.
Not really.
So we're standing here on the border. Nancy's in Michigan. I'm in Indiana.
Yep.
And but an interesting fact is, back when the state was formed, the border is actually 10 miles south of this location. In order for Indiana to be accepted into the Union, they demanded a port on Lake Michigan. So the border was moved 10 miles to the north when Indiana became a state. So there's a spot in Indiana where you can stand in 3 states. We're gonna try to.
We're headed there next.
We're gonna try to find that today. But here we are. We're solving the border war between Michigan and Indiana. Michigan, get back where you belong. All right, let's go. Okay, we're back in the car where it's where it's a little bit warmer, and we are sitting within just a few hundred feet of the border. We found out that, so we're actually in the very corner of the state. There's we found out that you cannot get there on public land. You'd have to walk to the corner. But we were able to get the road within just a few feet of the border. So I got a map in my hand, just so everybody gets a visual. I'm gonna show you what we got here. Take a look. Up in the corner of the state right there, and you can see that that's where Nancy and I stood at the road a little bit. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way 10 miles south, and there's a spot there where we can stand in Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. So the corner where we're at just right there was just Michigan and Indiana. So here we go. We're gonna head 10 miles south and see what they got there.
So 130 feet south of here is the actual pin in the road, and we'll take you down there. We just had to get our picture taken here by the
This
rock.
is the historical marker that was placed here in 1977 by the Historical Society.
Yeah.
It's snowing, it's muddy, but we found this thing. It actually took us a little bit. Yay, Herky, what you think?
Well, we found it. We stopped at an Amish bakery, and 5 Amish men gathered around Ed and his phone.
And we figured it out. the bakery only cost us like $17.
But it's all good. What
We stopped for directions. We stopped for directions and wound up buying a bunch of Amish bakery goods. But anyway, we're gonna walk over here to the pen and we're gonna stand in 3 states at the same time: Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. So here we go.
Here we go. All right, here I am. This is Michigan. This is Ohio. And this is Indiana. We made it.
Wait a minute. Herky, you're in the wrong state.
He's in Indiana,
Oh,
Dad.
that's all right. So I am in Michigan and I'm gonna move around. I'm gonna go to a different state really quick. And now I'm in Ohio. Look here. So right here in the corner of the road, put your foot down here, hun.
Herky,
So
come
so
put your
that
foot
is the
up.
Michigan, the corner of Michigan right here.
There's Herky's foot.
That is the corner of this is the corner of the state of Michigan right here. And so here's where they all come together. All right, so I'm gonna just show you around a little bit here. You can see that this part they've got kind of surveyed out a little bit. There's the state border. I imagine this poor guy up here has land in 2 different states, but there's where the Ohio and Michigan border meet. And then I'm actually standing in Indiana filming this. So I know it's much to do about nothing, but we thought it'd be fun to come up here and take a look at it. So after leaving the Three Corners area, we headed down State Road 1. We are in Indiana, on the Indiana side, but we've come to Butler, Indiana. One of the reasons Butler is famous is in 1966, the New York Central Railroad retrofitted one of their locomotives with 2 jet engines on it. And it just so happens the flattest and straightest part of their line runs between Stryker, Ohio, and Butler, Indiana. So this was the end point for their test speed. They got the locomotive up to 186 miles an hour on this section of track in 1966. And believe it or not, it still holds the speed record for the USA in a rail speed test. So anyway, little bitty town here in Indiana holds a record. I couldn't resist. Right before we drove out of town, I had to jump up here on this railroad track and look down through here. A train just came by and the battery went dead on my camera just a minute the train came by. So anyway, I had to shut it off and put another battery in here, and the train is already gone. What you can see behind me is just a big, long, flat section of track here where the speed record was set back in 1966 with a jet locomotive.
Headed down 101, and this is what we came across. There's churches, railroad tracks, grain elevator, and a gas station.
There's not much here. We did a quick wiki before we got out of the car, and it said there was 600 and something people in the town, and there was nothing of notoriety on the...
But you know what they all have in common?
What's that?
Dollar General store.
They have a Dollar General store.
In all our small towns, there's a Dollar General store.
So
hey, let's go look around.
We're gonna look around a little bit. We gotta run and get back in the car because this is cold. We left Herky in the car.
So we're standing in front of the courthouse here in Decatur, Indiana. You gotta watch that because we're used to Decatur, Illinois. But we are in Indiana and the snow is still coming down.
But this is one of the first really cute towns we've come up on. So,
right.
Yeah, we're really happy about this. This happens to be the county seat, so they have a courthouse here and everything. Despite the snow, we're gonna keep moving here and I'm gonna show you around the town a little bit.
They got some really cute statues.
We can't wait to come back in the summer.
Yeah. We're here, Bern, Indiana, and we're losing daylight fast.
Oh, we wanted to get here earlier because this is a really cute town, but
we got to come back.
We dawdled too much getting here. Oh man. So right in the center of town in Bern is this big clock, and there's just a lot of Amish influence in the area, and it's a really neat place to look around.
So much so there's a cheese place up the road we're going back to.
Look, I'm sorry, I know there's snow getting on the lens here. We can't help it. It's been snowing
on us.
Look, we just want to say thanks for watching our videos and following along with us. Yes, we have Herky with us. He's down below. He is so wet from walking around in this snow. We're not picking him up.
No.
But for right now, it's time to walk the dog.
Here we go.
Thanks for watching.